channel, Fitness with Kat. My name is Kat Niblis, and I am here with the movement of the day video this fine Friday. So, today's movement of the day is a kettlebell swing. So, that kettlebell swing is going to be one of the best exercises that works your body from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. So, what is a kettlebell swing? The kettlebell swing is an explosive, dynamic movement that works in the same movement pattern, very similar plane of motion as the deadlift. So the deadlift is a pulling motion, and so the kettlebell swing should be thought of as a pulling motion as well. The kettlebell swing is going to work your posterior chain, which is those muscles on the back of your body, all the way from your neck, down your back, your shoulders, your lats, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your calves, okay? So the posterior chain is really, really important in everyday life. If you have a weak posterior chain or a tight posterior chain, regular day movements can start to hurt. So making sure that we are balanced and working that posterior chain helps with your posture, helps with your with back pain, helps with regular daily tasks, such as sitting at your desk and you're really hunched over, you've got your shoulders all up in your ears, you're hunched over looking at your computer, or you've got your neck bent looking at your phone, or you're writing a whole bunch, or you're simply just not up and moving. So the main movers of the kettlebell swing really are going to be explosive power that comes from a hip drive and a glute drive. And the other movers that are going to be assisting that hip drive are going to be those quads, your lats, your shoulders, your core, your chest. The list literally could go on, okay? However, one thing to note about the kettlebell swing, even though you feel like you are going to be using those shoulders, you are not going to muscle the weight. You're not lifting with the shoulders, okay? Again, you are driving through those hips. You're gonna dig down through those heels, which really helps to engage the back of those legs. Now this driving down through your heels really will help engage the back of your legs in nearly every lower body movement that you do. So squats, deadlifts, lunges, all of that, especially those hip thrusts, okay? You wanna be able to lift your toes up on those, but that's another movement for another day. Check back, maybe I'll do that later on this week. Anyway, without further ado, we are going to go over the movement with a kettlebell. Again, this is not a body weight movement, sadly. We will get back to body weight later on, but I wanted to give it a variety. So let's get on to movement of the day. Stay tuned. Alrighty folks, so for this exercise, you are going to need a kettlebell as such. Now, this piece of equipment is incredibly versatile and can be used in place of dumbbells for nearly every exercise that you would use a dumbbell for. Okay, so to set up for this exercise, you are going to take your feet, this is hip width, so slightly wider than hip width apart. When you put the kettlebell, when you load the kettlebell, you want it right in between your feet. Okay, so you will bend at the hips, keeping a nice flat back and a nice straight line from the top of your head right down to that tailbone. So you'll bend over at the hips just like you would for a deadlift. Nice flat back, nice straight neck. Don't look up, don't look down. You can tweak your neck that way. So you are going to set up, feet a little wider than hip width apart, bend over at the hips, nice flat back, place the hands on the kettlebell, drive down through those heels. So sitting the weight back in your feet. Should be able to wiggle your toes. Your kettlebell is not going to go too much farther behind your legs. Your forearms are going to touch your inner thighs to start the movement. And you are going to snap the hips forward and really, really squeeze those butt cheeks. I call it the ugly squeeze, okay? What that's gonna do is that is going to snap the kettlebell. We are using momentum to get that kettlebell up, okay? We are stopping the kettlebell motion at chest height for the American kettlebell swing. Russian kettlebell swing will go up next to your ears. Now, for today's video, we are talking about the kettlebell, the American kettlebell swing, so we are gonna stop here. So, you are starting out by getting some momentum, bending at the hips, and you are going to snap those hips forward, drive through those heels, fling the kettlebell up, nice straight arms, nice straight wrists, very strong movement. Okay, it's that explosive dynamic movement that makes this such a great exercise. As you bend at the hips, snap forward, fling the kettlebell, drive through those hips, nice and strong, and you are not muscling the kettlebell up with your shoulders. It is not a lift. Remember, it's that pull, okay? So you are going to pull with against gravity, snap those hips forward, really, really squeeze that core, pull that belly button to your spine, and you are going to shoot the kettlebell forward. Now, what you're not doing, you are not squatting. So you're not going to bend the knees more than necessary to get that nice flat back, okay, to drive forward, all right? Flinging that kettlebell with momentum, really squeezing those booty cheeks together, all right? Ugly squeeze. So, from this position, you are not going to bend too far over at the hips, okay? Your kettlebell doesn't need to drop too low. Your kettlebell needs to come between those legs and firing through the glutes all the way through that posterior chain, and you will stop the movement when your momentum runs out, okay? Really squeezing those glutes, squeezing that core. Everything is tight. You are working almost your total body here. Now, some things to remember, and I know that we talked about this already. Drive down through those heels, okay? All your weight should mainly be there. It helps to activate that posterior chain. Don't lift with those shoulders. If you feel like you are lifting with those shoulders, drop your weight, okay? Really focus on that hip hinge and then the drive through the glutes, okay? That's going to work those glutes, those hamstrings. It's gonna help grow the booty. Great cardio. It is great core work, great for those erectors in your back. So those muscles that help keep your spine where it needs to be, help keep your spine very healthy. So thank you so much for watching this movement of the day video, kettlebell swing. Now, if this is very fun to you and you are looking for more, drop a comment, tell me what movement you want to see broken down next. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, or if you want to drop into one of my virtual online fitness classes, visit www.katnibliss.com. The link is in my bio, and I cannot wait to have you join the Kat's Fitness family. Thank you so much for watching. Woo!